Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the ACL Call of Duty League Week 5, Day 2, the final chance for teams to qualify for the playoffs bracket this Sunday. I'm Mikester, and this is Game 2, of course, of the night. AVANT-GARDE taking on Uproar.iGnitionZ. We're loading into map number 3 right here, of course, between these two teams. The current overall series score is 1-1 between the two. Of course, AVANT-GARDE and Uproar.iGnitionZ going head-to-head between these games. It does seem like these teams might not entirely be ready, as you can see them spawning in to the same Sentinel squad, or we can just be seeing a 6v2. Either way, we're going to be ending that game and getting back to things, but that is okay because we have more time to just talk about the overall league itself. Now, the playoffs once again coming over this Sunday to wrap up our 5-week season. It really has gone like a flash. Of course, teams playing on set times during Thursdays and Tuesdays, of course, rather Tuesdays and Thursdays throughout these 5-week periods. Of course, after the LAN was only that Thursday, so we have had quite a few days so far. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 set days throughout the period. But we do have these teams. They've been most of them have been fairly dedicated and into being able to play all their matches. Of course, some might be slacking more than others, but that is okay because throughout this game, we throughout this league so far, we have seen some teams shine above the rest, and those teams will be fighting head to head on Sunday for the total prize pool of $1,500 as well, which isn't too bad for a 5-week season. Of course, hopefully to get more regular ones throughout the period. Of course, for those who might have missed out, around the time of the announcement, we did announce that a Season 2 of the ACL Call of Duty League is coming up after this one. Of course, after so with some more fight for you invites and some relegation promotion tournaments thrown in the mix as well. But I think it's time to get back into the game. AVANT-GARDE taking on Uproar.iGnitionZ. 1-1 series count. Uplink. Going to be your time right here. My personal favorite new game type out of the most recent Call of Duty titles. Definitely liking Uplink, as it was pitched out earlier at the beginning of the game. It's more like Quidditch for Call of Duty, where you shoot some people, but and no flying, I guess, or consistent flying. Either way, definitely excited to see how it has panned out, how the meta's panned out throughout the period of the game so far. But we are seeing Chillian on your screen so far, the only one not to die for his team, and one of the two not to die in this game, or rather the only one now to die in this game. CoD vision, of course, already been turned on for you all. He's able to take down one, but he's going to get shot in the back. The drone is going to get picked up there by Izzy as he moves on forward over onto the top of blue. He's going to look at connecting over to the top of the green catwalk as he does get stunned, rotating back around, fails to the jump up. His team's going to be covering his back right there, as you see him just being able to get the all clear to move on forward. He's going to go on foot and just dash on in to get the first 2 points. Of course, running the drone on into the capture zone will get you 2 points. 1 point will be there for a throw-in, and you see the drone just passed over to Izzy. He gets his gun put away manually, but he's not going to worry about it. He's going to go straight on in and go for another 2-point capture. So we're only a minute 15 into this game. We've got 4 points on the board there for the AVANT squad. If they hit 10 points in the first 5 minutes, that'll end the half and force that second half time limit to be the timer for this for that second half remaining as well. So definitely an interesting thing to see if they can maybe make that happen, as we have Hydra just throwing the drone out over onto the open territory there on the snow side of the map. He's going to be trying to get a couple of kills as he makes his way over. He's got 2 more players to deal with, but doesn't seem like he will be able to make that happen. His killer pie, gets taken down. Beastman will drop right there. Damage will be trying to maybe get some shots in. No, he's going to drop as well. Izzy will be on your screen right here. Drone again, once again in hand. Going to go for that 1-point capture. He's able to get it successfully. AVANT, 2 minutes into this game, are halfway there for the first half score limit right here with 2 minutes 46 remaining. 2 players left up for the AVANT squad. Drone still not in the control of IG. They throw it on over and they're trying to get on in. This should be able to go on in. No, he misses it. He rotates back, but that could have been definitely bad if the AVANT squad rotated. If they spawned a second earlier and rotated directly. Either way, we do have 5-2 being that scoreline right here. 2 minutes still in the stock for that first half. Chile going to pick up this drone as well. You see him move on over. They've got all 4 players down, but it's not going to be enough time to be able to rotate over to their spawn before they spawn back on up as well. They see Chile just throwing the ball back, going for a little bit of a reload, getting himself back as well. Going to move on forward. Player going to be on top of the green catwalk. Passes it over to Ize. Ize goes in for the alley-oop, putting on through, getting it 7 points to 2 right. He's playing exceptionally well on this uplink gameplay. Now, we are going to be having IG with 2 players left on up. Going to be looking maybe, just maybe, to try and maybe go for some plays. But I mean, Izzy with his drone right here going to be over onto blue. He's going to just push on through. He's going to have a couple of players there to contest with him. And finally, a great play there from IG to be able to shut them down. That was down in force with 3 players from Avant being taken down. The drone thrown back over on the blue slow side of the map. We have IG focusing on these kills, trying to get this one wrapped up for themselves. Of course, 7 points to 2 with 1 minute 15 remaining. They got to play their cards right, of course, because Avant have just that 5-point lead for themselves, which of course realistically is only 2 running and a 1-point capture. Excuse me. But it definitely makes all the difference here, especially when it's when it's a close scoring game later on there in the meta. But we will see 2 players up from Avant focusing over on that ball recovery right here, as the remaining players will spawn it up and watch all the angles, trying to get the kills, but their players are getting demolished. They're from IG. They're getting those bullets down packed and getting those grenades in sync as well as they move on through. IG Backabeck will get taken down. The drone picked up there by Killer Players. He moves over to Yellow Doe, fails to jump in the window, and he will fall shortly after that. Hydra will also fall. I do believe Hysteria and Backabeck are there. Hysteria, last one alive. The drone will be picked up, thrown out of the map, resetting it back over to its initial location over on the blue snow side, and we will see the final seconds, it seems, tick on down. Damage over onto blue at the moment, picking off 1 kill, then going to rotate over. Of course, it doesn't look like anyone will get the touch in of the ball there at that final moment, or if they will, they won't have enough time to go in for that capture. So that's going to end the half at 7 points to 2. Now, we still have our second half going to be coming on up, so be sure to be sticking on through, of course, as well. With this one, second half. Sorry, coming on up. Of course, another 5 more minutes, and we'll see these teams do it all again. Side's going to swap 5 more minutes as the counter, and we will have the first team on screen being the IG squad. They are down by 5 points. Let's see what they can potentially catch back up in these next 5 minutes. That's going to pop up as well. Players down once again. Blue Snow is where the player will spawn. Just come out. 3 kills though from our red squad there of the AVANT-GARDE team. Currently, the overall series score is 1-1 for those who are just tuning in. And of course, to put your predictions, thoughts, and just overall promotion of the stream. You can put it into the hashtag ACL CoD League. Tweet at ACL Pro as well. Why not? And while you're there, give it a follow. 3 players down from the 2 players down from the Avant squad. They take down 3 players with them though, as the drone's still currently at its spawn location, looking to get picked up there by one of the Avant guys. They're just looking to pick off these kills off early and decided against picking up the drone itself, as we do have Izak picking off the kill there on Hydra, setting up for a relay capture here. Damage will pick that drone up. He's going to pass it over to Beast, and Beast is going to go for that 2-point capture. 11 points to 2 right here. They're going to be maybe looking to set up here for these relays, but unfortunately their plans get denied as 3 of their players get taken down. Hydra has this drone. He's over on top of blue as well. Was able to get past the first wave of Avant players, but there's going to be 3 more waiting for them over at that spawn site. Killer Player picks up the drone, and he begins rotating over to this green side. Hydra gets the points on in. 11 points to 4. Still definitely time left in this game to catch back up. 3.5 minutes to be exact. However, it is definitely going to be a tricky one at that. 11 points to 4, as I mentioned. 3 minutes 20 on the clock here, as we have Hysteria looking to get these get multiple kills for himself rather, as he's currently on a 2 streak. Of course, the only player that is a Beasted on a 3 streak, with Hysteria getting taken down. We'll swap on over to Beasted. being able to make it over onto 4. Of course, drone picked up there by Izzy. Beaston's going to clear up the kills over onto the buy lap. Still looking for players to pop out through snow as Izzy moves on forward. He'll jump over the heads of his teammates there. He'll get taken down by a grenade. The drone automatically picked up there by Killerpie as he ran straight into it. He's going to be rotating over to green. Passing the ball over to Hydra. Hydra will go in for that capture, as that brings it to an 11.6 deficit. Final quarter of the game about to roll on out. Damage taken down 1 as Back also cleans up another. Hydra jumping over the head of another player. 3 players down from IG. Killerpie all that's left to try and defend it for a moment while his team respawns into blue. Damage gets a little bit of friendly fire, taking down Beaston. Melee is a misfire there by Killerpie, but he's able to clean it up in the end, and he'll be able to take down a second kill as Hydra takes down Back. So it seems like friendly fire is the way to go this time. Hydra going in for another capture once again, an alley-oop there from his teammate to be able to get that one in. 8 points to 11 right here. They're setting up for these relays. Drone picked up there by Back. He'll get taken though, so it doesn't all go to plan. Izzy is going to be moving this drone throughout the middle of the map over on the buy lap. Players behind. He's going to be rotating over. Now he's going to go for this 1-point throw in. He's going to miss that one. Unfortunately, the drone will just roll down the hill. Now players are going to be there waiting for it, and he won't be able to pick off the kill there damage, and he will possibly have his teammates there to support him. Beasley gets down 2. His teammate's going to be up. He's going to get stunned, but it doesn't matter because he's going to be able to get that point captured there. 13 points to 8. 90 seconds still remaining here in this game. 5 points difference, just like how we started this half initially at a 7-2 point scoreline. We do have 2 players down from either team as teams focus all their fire over onto the blue snow side of the map. We do have Beeson just once again just cruising over onto that middle side of things. We will have Izzy trying to get a couple of shots over onto the middle side of the map, and of course on that buy lap, Chilean's going to be rotating through this drone. He's going to have a couple of players there to possibly meet him. He's deciding which way he really wants to go through as his teammates clear that one out. He's going to pass that one over. The drone's actually just going to fall straight over onto to Death Viz, it seems, as all those players get wiped out. Hysteria going to be rotating his drone over. Of course, still plenty of time to overall catch back up in this game if they can get these relay captures happening. They're going to go through the side of the generator. Should be able to get this point. No! He's going to rely on the pass, and he's going to fall to his... Both players drop. All 4 players down. That was a crucial mistake that might have just costed them. He had a better chance of just diving it himself, but he decided to pass it. The players got dropped. Avant straight away with the counter cap. Passing got in, and that's how you do it as they make it 15 points to 8. 20 seconds remaining. They're not going to have enough time. Avant will now take out the lead 2-1. Still enough time, of course, in the future maps to come for IG, but that was a crucial mistake there in that uplink game. And of course, they might have seen it at the time, but you look back now and you just think, I mean, what if you did that? What ifs and what ifs left out of that game for the IG squad. A little bit disappointing. 15 points to 9 though to wrap up that game overall. 2 maps to 1 though. AVANT-GARDE lead over Uproar.iGnitionZ. See our round ending kill cam right there. Beaston being the one to take that final kill. Of course, as that final throw-in went on down. Either way, that wraps up that game as well. And of course, map number 3 in the overall series. What will they be able to do moving on forward? We have map 4 going to be coming on up next. Of course, going to be a hard point game. Because I'm not exactly sure which map it will be, but I know the final map will be a search and destroy on Skyrise. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back soon with map number 4, of course, hard point, to determine, will Avant, if Avant can take out this series in a 3-1 fashion, or if Uproar.iGnitionZ will come on back and force a game 5. Stay tuned, map 4 coming up next.